Hey, today something really simple. I think I'll just boil some vegetables and put some sauce over it. Um, yeah, that's it. We don't need anything. Let me show you. So I got these fresh greens from some Chinese grocer. I think the bag was kind of packed full, like this big, for I think $2 or something, really cheap. It's always a good idea to buy greens in Asian. Actually, I wouldn't say Asian. Probably just Chinese market because they tend to be the cheapest. So we'll probably want to wash them because they are a little bit old. What you're looking for when you buy grocer is you want to, especially green grocer, you want to go with the season, right? Just try to ask the staff, right, that work there, what's the vegetable of the season. But now it's spring, so it's kind of especially nice to buy groceries in the spring because that's when all the new shoots come up. So the greens are especially tasty. These are, I'm picking them because they've been in the fridge for almost a week now, so I need to kind of clean them up. But when I just bought them fresh, they're definitely just no need to do anything. They're fresh the way they are, but they've gone a little bit old in the fridge, so I'm only doing this to tidy things up a bit. With greens, just be picky. Alright, greens are cheap. They're not meat. Like I said before, if you think something doesn't look right, just throw it away, right? Because they don't cost a thing to buy. Have you seen animals, herbivores and carnivores, right? You see how they eat. It's pretty clear that the herbivores can afford a lot more pick and choose. Right? They just choose to eat this leaf from that branch, but not the other. They get by just fine. There's just so many plants around. It's inherently easy to do, right? Whereas if you're like a carnivore, you tend to strip things to the bone. Or if you don't, the scavengers would kind of strip things to the bone after you're done with it, right? Have you ever heard hyenas going after giraffes? Be like, yo, bro, you haven't finished that tree branch. Let me finish it after you. Doesn't happen, right? So just be more liberal when you're buying greens. That's the moral of the story. If they're not fresh, just throw it away. Okay, so what we do is we boil some water, right? Maybe I don't need this much water. Just once we boil them, we'll just quickly put the grain in the water, in the hot water. So the idea is to not overcook them. How do you know when you overcook the vegetable when you boil it? Well, the right answer is if the water turned really green, like all the green color from the vegetable, if they start to leach into the water, you know you overcooked it. So that's how you know. So for this, we'll simply boil this, and then we'll put some simple sauce over these vegetable, which is very simple. It's part soy sauce, part, would you dare to take a guess? Peanut butter, and part crushed garlic. So this is a very northern China thing where you use soy sauce and peanut butter to make the foundation, and to add interesting flavor, kind of a punch, you do garlic. So let me just wash this bowl out. I'm sorry, it's a little bit untidy in the kitchen. Normally when I do my show, I tend to kind of clean up everything, but today was kind of a spur of the moment, so I didn't really get a chance to tidy up. So just allow me to wash one bowl real quick. Alright, cool. Alright, so the water's boiling, so I'll just to quickly show you. You see? So put this in, right? You don't really need to worry about submerging it. You could it'll get steam and cover, and just boil for like 3 to 5 minutes, right? We don't want to overcook it. So now onto the sauce. So what we do, we take we're into the sauce. Just try to imagine you need enough to cover the vegetable, right? So how much do you need? I didn't eat too much dinner, so I'm gonna eat more peanut butter because I'm hungry. And we don't need too much soy sauce. We don't want it to be too salty. And these are kind of these soy sauce are used for steaming fish, so they're actually quite mild. So I can do like maybe this much and still not be like over using it. And after you have these two together, you just want to take a good while, try to mix it into the sauce. This might look kind of disgusting in the beginning when the peanut butter has not yet been completely dissolved. It'll look kind of chunky, like a diarrhea, like really gross actually. But what you need is some kind of persistence to just kind of keep doing it, and eventually it'll turn out to be a smooth consistency that we can hopefully use. Let's mix this in more. So I think the vegetable is good, so we'll just turn off the heat for now, and maybe just let it rest, and it'll continue cooking. So you don't want to overcook the greens, because then they lose the flavor, right? Because greens are kind of almost like these vegetables. You wouldn't eat them in a salad, but it's definitely, you wouldn't get sick if you eat them raw. So you don't want to overcook them so they would taste bad. It's okay to undercook vegetable a little bit. It's also one of the advantages of eating vegetables. You don't really need to be too precise. So I'm just getting some garlic. We'll crush the garlic in the magical garlic press. Boom. And let's do the second one. Boom. Alright. Okay, let's just mix this all together. And we'll put the vegetables on here. Can we see? This angle. Let me change it. There we go. So this is about as lazy as you can get in terms of, and we'll put some fluid in here to mix up the sauce. So how do I describe this analogous? It's kind of like a salad, you know, where this would be your dressing, like a Chinese Eastern dressing, right? Instead of olive oil and vinegar, you have peanut butter and soy sauce, which make up the two components, right? If you think about it, the olive oil is kind of the heavy fat part, which is the peanut butter, right? And the vinegar is kind of like the flavor sharp part, which is the soy sauce. And of course you have garlic, so it's actually quite interesting to taste. So that's it. Come take a look. Can you see? So yeah, this is kind of a quick green boiled thing. You could do it with any kind of green, spinach, celery, right? Just need to remember the sauce is peanut butter and soy sauce and garlic. Okay, see ya.